And so I had to really sacrifice a lot of my life so that I can be here now. So I had this iPhone, I had my gimbal, I had my equipment, I have a MacBook, and I have all these things. It's like for a short period of time there, I wasn't renewed in the mind yet. I was still holding on to the past. I never let go. And now that I'm letting go of a lot of things mentally now, I've been able to have a lot more bandwidth to record these videos, a lot more bandwidth to talk about my life, to go out there to really plug in and do great things. The reason I didn't post was because I had a heartbreak. I had family, I had friends, I had relationships, I had my cadet program, I had job, I had so many different things in my life that it was holding on to that weren't serving me. But I have a broke mentality. I had a broke mentality. Now I don't have a broke mentality. I'm starting to take hold of that and take accountability and becoming the leader that I was meant to become. Hopefully the mic quality is not so loud. I probably will keep it a little low. Probably good up there. So, what do I want to talk about? A lot of things. Okay, just finished the video, new chapter with Christ, whatever it is I named it. But the biggest point is, gosh, it's been a long time since I've actually really looked at my phone and my camera here. But I want to talk to you guys about just everything. Why it is I'm doing what I'm doing. It's been a long journey. I've been anxious the last couple of months. I've been kind of lustful. I've been kind of tempted to do certain things in my life. And me being a business owner and entrepreneur, it's not the greatest to have these traits. I think, when you follow Christ, you have to be renewed both in mind, body, and spirit. And when it comes to all of these things, you think the thing about love about God, right? And when it's the message of God, the word is the word. But when it really feels like it convicts your heart, it hits your heart really hard. And so when I was tempted and I went through many trials the last couple of months, I was able to think about why it is I'm doing it, the underlying belief and the purpose behind it. I mean, you guys see my previous videos, I talk about it, a lot. But just the journey itself, I mean, my job I have from leaving COS, I went from, because I had a business function and I wasn't even going to go to it. I was going to go straight back home because I had some problems, things going on in my life at the time, and I had a lot of doubt. And so I left COS to go, I was like, if I'm going to go home, I'm just hitting myself. Why don't I just go to that business function I was going to go to? So I flew from Alabama to Texas to LAX, and then LA to Portland, Oregon, and I drove 2 hours north to Tacoma, Washington, which it was a great trip. But during that trip, I recorded a lot of footage. I had a lot of footage of where I was going, my life, my perspective, my mindset, me sacrificing this cadet program for Christ to build a kingdom, me sacrificing a lot of things that are to come in so many different ways. And it's like I had to let go of so many different things and build a lot of great things to come to. And so when it came to this area in my life, I thought, is it really going to work out? Is it really going to benefit me in all these areas? And I spent a couple of months broke. I moved into my family's place, my uncle's place, and I was there for about 3.5 months, but I was broke. I had a couple $100 left in my savings account, used some of that on groceries. I had Uber everywhere. I was applying to jobs left and right, 20 jobs a day, just with my limited experience, both in my cadet program and content creation. And so I was able to find this job, The Hive, which is the idea. They're a phenomenal nonprofit company, and The Hive especially. Let me slow down there. I'm talking a little too fast. I'm getting excited because I am a little anxious, but shouldn't be anxious. This company is phenomenal. We bridged the gap in technology, and I just, it's so cool because I'm able to sit here. Right? This is one of our office quarters. It's like telehealth room, but it's so cool because I'm able to, work with technology such as iOS products and VR, MetaQuest headsets, and even, just film stuff. And I have the time to record this video. I have the time to be able to do the things I'm doing. I have my car now. I have, both new roommates. I have an entirely better environment overall. And so I'm more focused on being centered with Christ. And if I have all this knowledge and if I have all these things that I'm doing, then what am I doing in my life? That's the thing you have to think about. Is what value am I adding in your lives? What value am I adding in my life? I just keeping it to myself. If I have a message, if I can speak with conviction, if I can lead, if I can grow, and if I can, bless others and be with others and do great things, then why not? And having this channel, I'm still I know what I want to do now. Preach the gospel. I want to travel the world, but I want to become financially free. I want to talk about the business aspect, the mindset, but also having the talents to give to those to teach. And honestly, I was reading Romans, I think it was Romans 6, I forget what it was, but it talks about, basically Jesus gave you freedom from sin, not freedom to sin. And so I have really, I'm not saying I haven't sinned, I have sinned, but in a sense of I have to remember that Jesus had my life for us. I need to be able to grow past that, for me to live past that and be renewed is one of the biggest challenges, because I had to be in an environment where people are also renewing themselves but also being renewed. And my old life was me hanging out with people that were like in my old ways, my old habits. And while I was improving, I wasn't judgmental, but I was just a lot higher than a lot of the people. You know, I have already succeeded in that. I've already passed that. I've overcome that challenge. I try to educate some people and I try to work with some people, but it seems some people just didn't take it the way that I thought they would. And maybe I just had to focus on, well, actually I had to focus on myself and center myself a lot more with God and the values and becoming a great man, so that when I create a generating asset, both within my business and also who I am as an individual, that will set the example and the tone for family, friends, and relationships, past things. And so I had to really sacrifice a lot of my old life so that I can be here now. So that I'm present in the moment. I'm acknowledging the fact that I do have a platform. Like, I wasn't treating things as with their value, such as if I have let's say I have a hammer, right? An example is if I had a hammer, but I never knew how to use it. Like, I know it's for hammering nails, but I just never hammer nails. The hammer stayed there. I never used the hammer. I didn't really use value. I wasn't a construction worker. Just an analogy here, right? I wasn't working in construction. I wasn't using it all the time. Like, I never valued that hammer. I never used it for what it was meant for, the purpose. And so I have to renew my mind, right? I have to get in that mindset. What am I building with that hammer? How am I going to use that tool to leverage to build maybe this room, right? There's a block wall, there's drywall around me right now. The infrastructure of everything, I have to use that hammer. So I had this iPhone, I had my gimbal, I had my equipment, I have a MacBook, and I have all these things. It's like for a short period of time there, I wasn't renewed in the mind yet. I was still holding on to the past. I never let go. And now that I'm letting go of a lot of things mentally now, I've been able to have a lot more bandwidth to record this video, more bandwidth to talk about, to go out there to really plug in and do great things. So that's what I'm talking about. Is the reason I didn't post was because I had a heartbreak. I had family, I had friends, I had relationships, I had my cadet program, I had a job, I had so many different things in my life that it was holding on to that weren't serving. Lust, temptation, all these things weren't serving. But now that I've let go of a lot of these things, these ideas, and idolizing certain things, it seemed as if I had more room for God to really speak to. I'm now attending church, Sun Valley. I'm able to volunteer. I'm able to do things that I actually want to do. And I have time to edit videos. I have time to really pick up the camera and start speaking to you guys, speaking life into my channel, growing my platform. I had this YouTube channel and I wasn't utilizing it in the way that I wanted. But now that I'm free from a lot of these things, use it. It's a tool, it's a resource to generate an income, but also to speak to you, the viewers. At the same time too, I have this phone, I have this camera, everything set up. It's like I have the assets everywhere. I have a broke mentality. I had a broke mentality. Now I don't have a broke mentality. I'm starting to take hold of that and take accountability and becoming the leader that I was meant to become. You see, many people in life have many things in front of them, present in them, whether poor or rich. They have many things in front of them. It's up to them to take up on that opportunity. And what I mean in specific is, how do they view that? And what perspective are they seeing that in? Because someone can look at a phone and be like, oh yeah, Snapchat, Instagram, social media, instant gratification, all this stuff. Or someone can look at a phone and say, hey, who can I call? Hey, I like that guy, let me get his number. I'm gonna network with that person. That person seems to do well in real estate, this business model, or education route, whatever it is. You can use it as a generating asset to create more things from it. And so I had this broke mindset and I lacked faith, conviction. I lacked faith and conviction. Because I've hopped in affiliate marketing and I was doing it for a little bit, but I was like, well, I post on my YouTube channel, my story, people are going to think I'm moving this way, people are going to think I'm moving this way. But then in all reality, that was me telling me that. That was me having that bad image of myself, self-doubt about myself and where I was at in my life. Because of me having that mindset, it literally limited and hindered my ability to really go above and beyond. When I really knew naturally as a man, I really knew that as a kid, I've always been outgoing, I've always been passionate, I've always been doing the most I can. But it's just when you're not rooted in Christ, you're not rooted in your own faith and convictions, you start to doubt who you are and why. Which is why I didn't upload. Because every time I recorded a video, I said, I'm going to upload this video. I'm going to do this video. You guys, I'm not even going to show you, but I have over 60, 70 gigabytes worth of footage that I haven't even edited. From gym content to vlogging to friends to days out, baseball games, like you name it. But at the same time too, when I recorded this video, is the reason why I kind of doubted it, but also questioned, is it serving a purpose? I don't mind you guys just watching, hanging out, but at the same time too, it's serving a purpose. For you guys actually clicking on this video to watch it, to obtain, or at least to retain, or at least to
really receive the message I'm trying to give you. Because there are many more videos out there. And you have many influencers that are very influential and guiding you in a certain process. But I want to be able to be that pillar, that vessel, God using me so that He can filter me to see you. And there are so many different things in that. That is why I'm telling you right now the truth and everything. Sorry, my coworker just walked right past me. But that's the biggest thing, is the mindset behind everything. While I was physically okay, mentally I was still maturing in a lot of different areas. I was still growing in all these areas. And what it took for me to realize is I had to let go. And letting go of all this stuff is hard, but on the other side, it's a lot more greater. And there are still relationships that I'm reconciling. Like, you don't have to let go of everything. As long as people, maybe something you can build with a person or individual, you don't have to let go of that. As long as they're willing and you're willing. It's the will with them to have the faith, then to apply it and to have the action and the understanding of it. So, you guys, where I'm at right now is just where I'm at. I'm not going to stress it. I'm not going to worry about me being this and this and that. No, I'm going to just continue to go to the gym. I'm going to continue to go and build my business. I'm going to continue to go out there and build this platform. Because 1, I'm a follower of Christ. 2, my name is Isaac. 3, I'm a YouTuber, content creator, influencer, whatever you want to name it. 4, I'm a son. 5, my best friend. 6, you name it, everything, just in general, like you guys. Get rid of the lust. Get rid of the deceitful ways. Get rid of all this stupid nonsense. Get rid of everything not serving you. When you sit on the toilet, stop it, man. Stop. When you're on your phone, stop with the triggers. When you're doing something else, like this has happened lots. But being able to come out and talk about this now, I'm like, hey, it's true. Like, if you're watching this video, don't just click off and go to do something else. Take it into consideration. Why are you watching? Why are you doing it? Then now you start to have a purpose in it. You were born for a reason. Whether it was a mistake or not, you still have a life. You still have a consciousness. You have been given the ability to do great things and perform great things. Great miracles, great testimonies. Wouldn't you want to live with that rather than in shame and guilt and regret and sin for the rest of your life? And just, I'm only coming from a both biblical perspective, but also coming from man to man and general anyone. So I'm going to get going. Just want to record this quick video to you guys so that you guys can see that there are things to live for. There are things to do. Go to the gym. Like, yes, get fit. The reason why I say go to the gym is because you build up your body. When your body's physically stronger, you can comprehend a lot more. And what I mean by that is you're more stronger both physically, but you start to become mentally sharper. So why don't you want to do this? You either go up or you go down. If you go down, you only raise up. And if you're up, you fall down, you only raise up. But even to the point of, for the sake of your life, this channel is going to be great. I'm going to partner with some of these great people. I'm going to meet all my heroes, but my biggest team. But seriously, guys, until then, follow, subscribe, like, catch you guys later.